Carol, and guess where I am? Well, in case you didn't guess, I'm just gonna tell you, I'm at the beach. Jealous or not? Well, I'm here today to do a review on The Murder Complex by Lindsay Cummings, but I'm gonna go inside because it's really, really, really loud out here. You can follow if you would like, but you don't really have a choice, do ya? Let's go! Hey again, yeah, it was pretty loud out there, so I decided to come inside, but I just wanted to show you how awesome it is on the beach. If you want to see it again, there it is. This is my beach house. This is where I spend almost all of my weekends. So, I told you that I'm doing a review on The Murder Complex by Lindsay Cummings, so that's what I'm gonna get started on. Here we go! I'm gonna try not to give any spoilers right here. First thing I would like to tell you about this book is that I gave it 5 stars on Goodreads. I loved this book. I thought it was absolutely amazing. It was very well written. The plot was really cool. I liked the characters, I did. And I just thought it was an all-around great book, so I gave it 5 stars. I added it to my favorites shelf, and yeah. This book, I really enjoyed it. This book is about a girl named Meadow, and Meadow lives in this place inside the perimeter, which is like this giant wall all around this city, and she lives in the Shallows, and the Shallows is kind of like a community of people, and everyone's kind of scared of each other, and nobody really goes outside after dark. Actually, nobody goes outside after dark. And the people who do go outside after dark pretty much kill or be killed. And yeah, so the Shallows is kind of a crazy place to live. There are 300 deaths a month, it said, so that's wow. So Meadow's dad has been training her pretty much her whole life to survive in this crazy world that she has been thrown into. It's a dual point of view book, so every other chapter is Meadow's from her point of view, and then the other chapters are told by Zephyr, who is a boy who also lives in the Shallows. And he is a ward, and a ward is like an orphan, but they are treated really poorly in this society, and it's really sad, and I feel really bad for him. But that's just how this society is. But Zephyr has this huge secret that he doesn't even know about himself, and Zephyr and Meadow meet, and there's this crazy stuff going on, and I can't really tell you anymore. I just can tell you to read the book. Please read this book. The characters in this book, Meadow and Zephyr, they're in a relationship, and I think I really like their relationship. I think it's really cool because Meadow is kind of pissed at Zephyr all the time, and he's kind of like, please forgive me. And I think she is the dominant one in the relationship, and I think that's awesome. Meadow is this BA girl, and she can kick your butt. She can kick anyone's butt. Like, she's awesome. And then Zephyr is kind of more, I mean, I wouldn't say laid back, but he's more sweet, and he's kind of nicer. And I love that. I think it's awesome that the girl can be the butt-kicking one in the relationship. I read 2 reviews on Goodreads after I read the book. 2 bad reviews, not bad reviews, they were like 2 stars. And I just wanted to see what people thought was wrong with it. And one of the things that was mentioned was that the plot was overly complicated. And that is completely opinionated. I think that the plot was very complicated, but it wasn't overly complicated. Everything was explained, and it worked itself out in the end, and I thought it was a really great plot. It kept me on my toes, kept me flipping the pages because I always wanted to know what's coming next. There were plot twists, and it was awesome because you never really figured it out until the very end of the book, and that is suspenseful, and it's hard to read that kind of book because it's so suspenseful. It's hard to read that kind of book because it is so suspenseful. I cannot speak today. But I thought it was really great, and I really do love in the end how it all comes together. I love books like that. Some people don't, so some people think that this book might be overly complicated, but I do not think so. Somebody said that this book was boring. I don't know where they got that from. Listen, I live 2 hours away from where I play volleyball. So yesterday, we were getting in the car to go to volleyball practice, and I picked up The Murder Complex. I actually got it the day it came out, but I didn't start reading it because I was already reading 2 other books. But I brought it on the way to volleyball practice because I was like, alright, this will be awesome, right? This will be good. I'll get halfway through this book, and now I'll be reading 3 books. But turned out I started it on the way to practice, and I finished it on the way back from practice. I was never bored. I went through this book so fast. It was so fast paced, and so it was like high action, like lots of action. I don't really know what words I'm saying. Words are just falling out of my mouth right now, but you probably know what I'm talking about. This book was never boring. Never, in my opinions. Someone thought it was, and I am not trying to be mean or anything, but I don't know if they were reading the same book as me, because this book was not boring at all. It was intense. I highly recommend this book to anyone. It's dystopian, and so if you don't like dystopian books, you probably won't like this book, because there's a very dystopian feel. You can always tell that this is told in a world in the future. That even the words that are used, there are some cuss words that we don't use today, and they're flux and skits, and that might sound weird, but just imagine if you were in a different world and you've never heard our curse words, and they would sound weird. So I thought it was actually really good world building skills on the author's part. So, in conclusion, I thoroughly enjoyed this book. I very much recommend it. It's a really fast, really easy read for anyone that likes dystopian. And here we go. The Murder Complex by Lindsay Cummings. This book is amazing, and it's the first in a series. I can't wait for the next books to come out. So yeah, okay. Yeah. Alright. Do you guys want to do our goodbye on the beach? Because we can. Let's go back to the beach. Haha! Come on, kids, we're going to the beach. So bright out here. Let me grab my sunglasses. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you back here soon with Alrighty guys, thank you so much for watching. I will see you back here soon with another video, and bye-bye. I'm editing and I realized how much I scratched my neck, and I'm really sorry. I don't know why I was doing that, so that was awkward. And also, I kept looking down a lot, like that. I kept scratching, like, yeah. And I kept looking at the beach, and I'm sorry. So, this is my message to you. I'm sorry.